Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today. For today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a how-to guide on how to build straights in Balatro. Okay, so when we are building straights, obviously they are going to be viable on every single deck type. However, some decks are going to be better than others. Obviously, you can immediately think of Painted deck, which gives you larger hand size. You might think of the Red deck, which gives you an extra discard. Abandoned deck, which, starts you out with a 40-card deck, making straights a lot more consistent. However, for today's run, we're going to be using the Nebula deck. Nebula deck is going to give us the Telescope voucher at the start at the cost of -1 consumable slot. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do a real run here to show you how to build straights. And guys, ordinarily, I wouldn't suggest that you go into a run trying to force a particular type of builds. Especially at the gold stake level, which is where I normally play. However, on white stake, we can kind of do that. We have a lot more flexibility. There's a lot more room for error here. So yeah, we are going to force a straight build here on this Nebula deck. All right, let's get in there. We're not going to skip for any of this. And the reason for that is because we have the Telescope voucher, we want to go ahead and establish straights as our most played hand, right? We want that to be our most played hand so that we can start buying Saturn cards. Okay. In order to one-shot here, you are going to need at minimum a queen high straight. So that's what we're going to go for. Okay, and there is the queen high straight. And this will one shot, leave us 304 points. Or sorry, 308 points. Okay. This is something we definitely want to be taking at some point, but probably not right now. In order to one-shot the next hand, I probably want to open a Buffoon pack up. Lovely. This gives me plus 50 chips, and it gives me money. This is kind of meh, whatever, but I think I'm definitely going to take this. All right, let's go next. All right, so our two outs here are going to be the king and the 8. So we're going to discard looking for those. All right. I'm not sure if this is going to one-shot here with the extra 50 chips, but we'll see. Oh, nice. Okay, it does one-shot and we get $4. That was pretty much the perfect round for us. Okay, we already have $19, people. Pretty incredible. Unfortunately, the manacle is going to make it a little bit more difficult to play straights. But it should be no problem. All right, so the reason why straights can be such a powerful build in Balatro are because of this planet card right here, Saturn. Saturn is one of the best planet cards in the game. It gives you +3 mult and +30 chips every single time you use one, and it scales so much better than a lot of these other hands like pairs, 3 of a kind. It's so much better than Full House and Jupiter. I know a lot of people like to play flushes in this game, but this is only +2, +15. This is +3, +30. Now, numerically, it's not the best planet card in the game. I mean, you can see very clearly that there's higher numbers on like Eris, Ceres, Planet X, Neptune, but there's no way you're going to be able to play these types of hands consistently without some serious deck fixing. Saturn, you can play straights pretty consistently without really any deck fixing. I mean, some deck fixing is going to be appreciated, but, you know, for the ease of hand to play and compile consistently, and considering the amount of numerical value that this brings you, Saturn is absolutely insane. It really is absolutely insane. So that is why I chose to play on the Nebula deck, because it starts you out with Telescope, and with that we can consistently find Saturn. Okay, so we go ahead and get our Saturn. We will take our paintbrush, and we will happily move on to the boss. All right, so this boss does counter straights pretty hard. Okay, so we are looking for a 10. We have 4. Hopefully we get one here. And we do. Yeah, we have to be very careful, very careful that straights remain our most played hand, so that we can consistently get Saturn cards from Celestial packs. Okay. Wow, I want everything here. I definitely want more hand size. I definitely want a Saturn. I definitely want this Saturn. Alright, I'm just like buying up everything. And I definitely want Wasteful as well. Guys, this is really turning into like the perfect straight seed. I promise I didn't plan this at all. And what you're gonna see here is that we're not really going to need scoring jokers. We're not going to need chips jokers. We're not going to need plus mult jokers. Towards the end of the game, it would be nice to have a times mult joker, like an X mult joker, but we can pretty much use our entire joker bar for utility jokers. Things like plus hand size, things like money. Yeah, that is the beauty of straights, is that Saturns are going to do all the heavy lifting for you as far as, sorry, I'm just like clicking around like crazy here. Sorry, Saturns are going to do all the heavy lifting here as far as scoring goes. All right, I'll stop talking now. We'll get right in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, as you can see, this already wins. You can see my scoring bar is on fire. However, would really like to be playing face cards. So as silly as it seems, I'm actually going to discard this. So I really am going to just be greedy here and look for money. Okay. And it paid off. Well, I hope it pays off. We'll see if I actually make any money. Ah! Wow. That's a slap in the face right there. I'm going to go ahead and purchase Space Joker here to get even more levels in straight. Okay, I'm probably going to be looking for the Queen. Ten, 9, 8, 7. Okay, I'll just do this one. Nice. I'm getting a bit unlucky on the money. Okay, I will happily take another Saturn here. I'm wondering if I want to go ahead and spend on the Wasteful, but you know what? Honestly, long term, yeah, I probably want this Wasteful. So I know I'm getting a little bit low on money, which is not something that you should be wanting to do, but you know what? I'm already level 5 in Saturn, so my scoring is looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and take that Wasteful. Wow, and I thought this boss was going to really pose some problems for us, but as you can see, we just get that straight draw right off the bat. Okay, make a little bit of money there. All right, I'm going to try to actually save some money. Yeah, I'm gonna let my interest build up a little bit here. Let's go next. This could make things difficult, but we could easily win with a non-face card straight. So let's just get in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead because I'm being like. Because I want to be making money, I'm trying to build, or I'm trying to play towards the face card straights, the high straights. Okay, so I'm 110 away from making that happen. Okay, finally get our 10. As you can see, that wasteful voucher ended up being quite important. Oh, nice. We are getting so lucky with Space Joker here, too. Already dealing 5,000 points. Love to see that. Alright. Anytime I see these, I'm going to click. Try to get a Saturn. You know what? I will take another Econ Joker. Alright, we get our 10. And as you can see, we are having no trouble. Despite not having any scoring jokers whatsoever, we're having no trouble meeting the required scoring thresholds. We're already at 8,425. And I will take another one of these. Don't mind if I do. $10, why not? Re-roll here. Again, we don't need scoring at all. It's just simply not required. I could go looking for a blue seal, but between my telescope voucher and my space joker, I'm not sure that I need one. I'll look for one. All right, we do get one. Okay. Sweet. That will help out a little bit. Okay, if I can get a 5, then we'll be good to go. Yeah, so this is where straights can get a little bit frustrating. 9, 8, 7, 6. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, we were kind of dependent on that 5. And we have, you know, all 4 of our 5s wound up in the bottom half of our deck. It's a little bit frustrating. You know what? I don't need these anymore. Yeah, now we have our outs being a 10 and a 5. Okay, we get the 5. I could go fishing for my blue seal, but I'm not super worried about it. Our scoring is still really good right now, 10,000. We'll take this. Why not? Get a little bit of extra value here. Cards played previously, this anti or debuffed. We don't care about that. Hey, nice. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So my outs here would be an ace and a 5. Maybe I play towards that. But I do want to hit some face cards for business card. So yeah, let me be a little bit greedy here. Nice. Okay. And we are going to get a Saturn. So absolutely lovely. Oh, nice. Everything's just coming up our way. This could make getting straights a little bit easier. I wonder if we ever take that. Let's see what's in the buffoon pack here. Ooh, this could be a great way to make some money. Got some compelling choices here. I mean, with our wasteful voucher, with the extra discard, this could be a great money generator. Probably a lot better than this. And then this could really help us out with some late game scoring if we were concerned about that. But I'm not really concerned about that. This would take some deck fixing to really get this online, and then we'd probably be pivoting more towards like Neptune, straight flush. You know what, let me cycle out this judgment. Okay. Do I want to take 4 fingers? Honestly, when you look at building straights and the utility cards that can help you do that, what is the other one called? Shortcut. Shortcut is much, much, much better than this. But you know what? We'll give this a try. And you know what this does for me? If I do see the baseball card Joker, that gives me 2 uncommons here to combo that with. Alright, let's go next. Pretty nice. Alright, you know what? I am going to get a little bit greedy here and discard this ace. Hey, nice. This is exactly what I wanted. So we get our 4 card straight. You know, we could play it 5 or 4. The 4 fingers enables us to do it this way. Get our Saturn. There's nothing else we're looking for here, really. I mean, we could kind of fish for this queen, but it's fine. Probably I could have fished for more aces there too. That would have been smart. As you can see, we got a ton of money. A ton. Okay, take another Saturn here. Take an Arcana pack. Arcana pack. Take more money, $78. Take another Saturn. Just want to remind you guys here, we don't have a single scoring joker in ante 4. Okay. All right, there's our straight. So we can kind of aggressively... Oh, sorry, sevens. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, another 7. Love it. Hey, nice. We get our planet card. Everything's looking great. $19,000. I like this because then our business card would hit every single time and our space joker would go off more often. So you know what? Four Fingers, sorry, we're not even really using you. Like, we're just not. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my Saturn here. Ordinarily, you know, maybe if I'm playing on Gold Stake, I don't open a Celestial or a Mega Celestial because they are pretty expensive. But as you can see, our money is just out of control right now. So we have so much. All right. Let's go next. Extra large blind. This is going to be no problem, I think. I think this is going to be no problem. We'll see. All right, fours. Okay, there's our straight, so let's get rid of these fours. Nice. All right, another 4 here. Lovely. Okay, and we got our blue seal. Love it. So we are currently doing 36,000. Another Saturn. We are currently level 17 in straights. Just out of control. Okay. 9s. So 10 will complete it. We got our 10. Unfortunately, we don't get our blue seal. It's okay. It happens sometimes. 31,000. So what that's telling me is actually for the boss, it's gonna take 2. Ooh. 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 Yeah, let's just do that. So now we just get a guaranteed $10 for every straight that we play. All right, let's get in here. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tricky here because we're pretty sure it's going to take 2 straights to win it. We're 1-3 away from completing this straight. So I need to be a little bit careful about what I discard here. Alright, let's do that, kind of leaving the middle of the deck available for maybe our second straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. This will be our first straight. Love that, making 10 bucks every single time. Okay, and then for our second straight, I guess we go for... just go for this 10, right? Just keep it simple. Okay. So yeah, this is the first time we haven't one shot. I love this. Oops plus business card plus pareidolia. Crazy. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and get another Saturn. What are we looking at here? Okay, this is fine. The Serpent, no big deal. And as you can see, the scoring requirements for this one are even less than what we just got past in the wall there. Hanged Man. Or another Saturn. Or money. All good choices. This is an important point here. When we do deck fixing on the when we're playing for straights, typically we want to cut off the top and the bottom of our deck, sort of trying to consolidate our cards towards the middle. It just makes finding straights a lot more consistent. But I'm not having that problem because I've got 4 discards, so I don't really care. I'm just going to take more scoring. More money. And when I see a good X-Molt Joker, I probably will take it. Maybe the high straights. Four, 5, 6, 7. All right, so my outs here are going to be 3 and 8. I love something like that. And when you got 2 outs, that's really nice. And we hit one of the outs. Okay. And so we're just looking for the blue seal. We don't get it, but that's fine. Oops. Okay. It's so nice getting that guaranteed 10 bucks. I will open this. I could take banana and just kind of hope that it pops. In fact, it has a 1 in 3 chance of popping with our oops all 6s. And then, you know, we could see the Cavendish after that. It's something to think about. And that could be the X-Molt that we need for the late game. I mean, if we even need X-Molt for the late game. We're going to have so many Saturns by then. But, you know, whatever. Space Jokers, well, he does have a higher chance to upgrade with the oops. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, moving on. Okay, alright, we got our blue seal in hand. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why not? Okay. Just gonna take another Saturn here. Okay, I'll strap a devil onto you. This could be good. This helps you build straights pretty easily, too. I'll take a hangman. This could be the X-Molt that we need for the late game. Photograph. It's not something I need, like, right now. But, I mean, it's going to be really easy to activate. You know what? I'm going to hold off on that. We don't really need that. Alright, like I said, kind of cut the top and the bottom off here. Just make straights a little bit more consistent. Alright, so I'm 110 away. Okay, I end up getting the middle straight here. $63,000 is where our scoring is at present. Face cards are debuffed. That's going to be bad for our money, but not for our scoring. Not even a little bit. So this could be the X-Molt that we need for the late game. I keep using the word need. Because I'm thinking about Gold Stake here, which is where I normally play. We may not even need any X-Molt for the late game. I mean, if I had any worries, I could just go ahead and take... I mean, I wouldn't really mind deleting everything. Like, we could just delete everything. Except maybe I would keep the hand size Joker. And, I mean, we're already at level 25 in straight. Money, it's taken care of. We have the money tree. We're getting $20 passively every single round. So you know what? Yeah, I'll just use this as my X-Molt. Again, we don't need to do this, but... I'll keep this in the short term too. I mean, why not? Okay, let me look for the blue seal. Got it. Okay, so this is already enough to beat the final boss. No big deal. I will make another blue seal, just so I can find these a bit more consistently. Six, 5, 4, 3. This gives me 2 outs, the 2s and the 7s, so I guess I'll play towards that. Acknowledging that I'm not going to make any money, but it's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me look for my blue seals. Okay, I got my blue seal. Again, I only have one consumable slot, so it's pointless to look for the other one. So yeah, with Money Tree, you want to make sure you are over $50 when you go into a fight. I think that's right. So that you can benefit from full interest. Let's find out if I'm right here. 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. We got it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I miscalculated there. Now, we only get $10. So we actually would want our... we will actually want that to be considerably higher. But it's not going to hurt us too much. Okay, so all cards debuffed until one Joker sold. No problem. Eight, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so our outs are 9 and 4. By the way, maybe I haven't been explaining this super clearly, but you love looking for something like this when you're building a straight because you have an out on both sides. 4 connected cards with an open end on either side is exactly the kind of thing you're looking for. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. And we want to go for our blue steel, of course. All right, one more time for the blue seal. It's fine. Whoops. No, neither of those. Okay. And here's our straight. Another Saturn card. Okay, guys, I mean, we could re-roll a little bit, but there's nothing we need here. Okay, there's absolutely nothing we need. Yeah, that's all she wrote, folks. Almost to 1,000,000 points on that last boss there. So guys, I hope this run has been insightful and given you some tips on how to compile straights in Balatro. Again, this is viable on any deck. It's one of my favorite hands. I play them on all the decks routinely, even up to gold stake difficulty, though straights do fall off a little bit or get a little bit less consistent once you lose that extra discards. So like when you go down to 2 discards, it gets a little bit harder, but it's still 100% doable. But I hope I helped you see the importance of Saturn. You don't need any chip jokers, you don't need any plus mult jokers. As long as you can consistently get your Saturn cards, you are going to be just fine. Guys, please hit like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the content. We've got tons of videos on YouTube where we play at gold stake, the highest difficulty level. All right, take care. Bye-bye.